It's Monday, November 5th here in Seoul, and this is Korea's daily headlines from Korea Now. I'm Debbie Won. South and North Koreas have launched a joint waterway inspection today for the joint use of river estuaries along their western border. The move follows a military agreement that was signed on the sidelines of the Inter-Korean Summit in September, where the two sides agreed to make joint use of the estuaries of the Han and Imjin rivers and take steps to militarily guarantee safety in the region. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has mentioned that he's set to meet with his North Korean counterpart Kim Yong-chol in New York at the end of this week. In an interview with CBS, Pompeo said he's expecting to make some real progress with the North in the upcoming talks, including efforts to make sure that a second summit between U.S. President Donald Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-eun can take place. Meanwhile, North Korea has blasted a report by a U.S. human rights watchdog that criticized the widespread sexual violence against women in the North. In response, the Korean Association for Human Rights Studies in North Korea said that the U.S. report is filled with fabricated words and called it a serious political provocation against the regime. In other news, Angelina Jolie is now visiting South Korea, and on Sunday, the Hollywood star, who's also a special envoy for the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, called on the South Korean government to provide support for hundreds of Yemenis in the country until they safely return home. Around 500 Yemenis fled the conflict in their home country to South Korea's Jeju Island in May. Industry data show that Hyundai Motor Company has now sold more than 200,000 units of its premium Genesis models around the world. The record comes roughly 3 years after Hyundai launched the sub-luxury brand in November 2015. Moving on to entertainment news, K-pop boy band BTS has become the first Korean artist to top 1 billion streams on Apple Music. BTS's agency said that streaming numbers were evenly distributed all across the world. Meanwhile, BTS is scheduled to hold Love Yourself concerts in Japan later this month. And lastly, Korean actor Shin Sung-il died of lung cancer on Sunday. He was 81 years old. Shin, who was often called the James Dean of Korea for his good looks, used to be one of the biggest heartthrobs in the Korean cinemas in the 1960s and 70s. And those are your top headlines on this Monday. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your comments down below. And I'll see you back here tomorrow on Korea Now.